audience, and welcome to another edition of Have You Seen It? Apparently, I haven't seen Charles, as I am doing the show solo this evening. So hopefully next week, my friend and co-host will return. But until then, I'm going to give you my review of the latest movie I have seen. Deep Water, a Hulu original starring Ben Affleck, Ana de Armas, Vic and Miranda are the characters that these two actors play. I didn't know a lot of the actors in the movie other than Little Rel Howery is in this movie, and a precious little girl by the name of Grace Jenkins plays Trixie, the daughter of this couple. All right, this movie is about a well-to-do gentleman who was formerly a computer chip designer. He created computer chips to make weapons of mass destruction more effective. So with that design, he is now independently wealthy, basically boring and emotionless and in a loveless marriage with his wife, Miranda. Now, here's the kicker. Miranda appears to be quite younger than Vic, and she and him decided that they would have an arranged marriage whereby she is allowed to take lovers, and he is okay with it. And in doing so, she flaunts these relationships around town, at private parties, at big social events. And when she flaunts these relationships, I mean, she really puts them out there, while her husband kind of sits in the background, just kind of watching from afar. Her idea is that the more you see me with these men will kind of spark our relationship and make me more attractive to you, and we'll have hot makeup sex and all of that stuff. But things kind of get messy. Her lovers end up missing. And the speculation is that he has something to do with it, but of course, that's all it is speculation. Until there's a pool party where one of her lovers does end up dead. Of course, everybody suspects that it is him, but he's got alibis because no one saw him with this person. He was always with somebody else, having a conversation with someone else. No one can really pin it on him. Fast forward a little bit more, and another lover does end up dead, and he is the murderer, but he is now a suspect because a neighbor has kind of been watching him from afar and trying to figure out why all these people end up dead. In this movie, Ben Affleck couldn't be more boring as the husband, emotionless, allowing his wife, who is totally opposite in terms of character. She's flirtatious, she's a temptress, she's a bit of an alcoholic, she's just throwing herself at people all the time. So you would think these opposites have no business being together. But as you watch this movie, there's a lot of mind games being played by both Vic and Miranda, and it just climaxes at the very end. And I will say this, the ending of this movie mimics how the movie started. And one of the bright spots of the movie was Trixie, their daughter, played by Grace Jenkins. And he had a really sweet and loving relationship with her. And that for me was like the bright spot, you know, in the whole movie. But the ending did kind of get me like, ooh, wow, what's going to happen? So It's a watchable movie if you have nothing else to do. I do like Ben Affleck, so that's what attracted me to the movie to begin with. It's a thriller, suspenseful, so if you're into that sort of thing, check out Deep Water on Hulu. My Nailed It this week is Grace Jenkins, who played Trixie in Deep Water. She was just the sweetest little girl in this movie, and her relationship and the bond that she shared with her dad was just so precious to watch. The parts of the movie that I like most with Grace were when she was in the car with her dad, either going to school or on her way home, and she is singing. Check the movie out. She is just absolutely adorable. So, Grace Jenkins is my Nailed It. All right, folks, you can subscribe to our channel. Just make sure you hit that like button. And we are available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, "Have you seen it?" with Charles and Denise, and there we will be. And as you listen to that podcast, please give us a generous 5-star rating. So until next week, this is Have You Seen It? And I'm out. Bye-bye.